Hey, welcome, race fans, to Phoenix Raceway. I'm Casey Mears, and we now have Cole Custer joining us, driver of the number 41 Ford for Stewart Haas Racing. How you doing, Cole?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm good, man. Good, man. These interviews are a little different these days, but hey, just to get things kicked off, I know you guys you've had a lot of success in the past in the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series at Phoenix. Also, I guess you started off the year with a 16th place finish. What are your thoughts on racing here at Phoenix?
It's an interesting track. I mean, with the dog leg and everything there, it makes some really exciting restarts, and also with the VHC that they put down sometimes. I mean, it keeps you on your toes. So it's always something you got to kind of look for when you go to Phoenix of how the track's going to change and how that's going to work.
Yeah, no doubt. It can be tricky with both ends of the track being a little bit different. One question I had for you is, driving for SHR, the depth of the drivers that you have there to draw from. Obviously, a top, team in NASCAR right now. Who do you, I guess, rely on most within the organization to, lean on for advice when it comes to, some of these tracks you're coming up to? Obviously, this year not having any practice and all that kind of thing. I'm sure, having guys like Harvick and Boyer and those guys in your corner, got to be a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think I pretty much talk with Kevin almost every single race weekend, trying to get an idea of what he looks for going to the racetrack, and he's been a huge help. But also, I've talked with Eric, I've talked with Clint. I mean, they've all been really helpful. So, I mean, it's a dream situation for me. I mean, being able to be surrounded by veterans and being able to ask as many questions as I need, and it's they've definitely been a huge help and been good at getting me going and letting me know what I need to look for when I go to the track.
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially probably with this season, you just no practice and stepping out right out of the gate. It's good to have that in your corner.
Yeah, with no practice or anything, and you're going lap one at full speed into turn one around 40 other cars. It's nice to have a little bit of a backstory of what you're going to expect. So it's definitely been a huge help.
Yeah, I guess on that same topic too, working with Mike Shiplett, been around a long time, and then having that depth that you guys have within the organization. I can remember times, back in the day where we'd unload and the car would be crashing the ground or something wouldn't be quite right. But, obviously having, some level of confidence in your crew chief and in the team and what they're doing allows you to unload and be fast right out of the gate. How is it having a guy like Mike in your corner?
He's been huge. I mean, obviously, I worked with Mike last year in Xfinity, and we won a lot of races. And he's extremely level-headed. Can keep us going in the right direction. The thing about it, I mean, it was rookie years really for both of us in the Cup Series this year with the rules package and everything. So it was a little bit of a learning curve, I'd say, for both of us. But we've definitely caught on to it, and I feel like now we're hitting our stride and getting to be more consistent. And it's just a matter of putting whole races together right now.
I got you. Well, leading into that as well, just kind of curious, your thoughts on 2021. The schedule's been tossed around a lot, adding some road courses. Obviously, a crazy one-off race at Bristol with the dirt track. Getting the experience that you've had this year. What are your thoughts going into next season and maybe some of those schedule changes? What are you looking forward to? What's maybe something that you're, I guess, concerned about a little bit?
I don't think I know or anybody knows what that Bristol dirt track's going to be like. So that's probably the biggest wild card that I'm, I guess kind of looking forward to, kind of not. So it's going to be interesting, but it's going to be a curveball for all the teams just to build a car for that place and to figure out, what we really need in the cars. And for the drivers figuring out what they need to be doing. But it's going to be interesting, and all the road courses, I think that's a good change. I mean, I think they bring a lot of excitement. I think all the drivers love them, because it brings the driver more into play. So it's I think all the schedule changes that they made next year will be a positive.
Yeah, it should be exciting. Well, hey, this is another thing that I was thinking about, just personal for me, because I got to work with my dad a lot in motorsports growing up. I've spent some time talking with your dad, Joe, early on. At one point, almost went to Stuart Haas and had a lot of conversations with him. Obviously he's heavily involved with the team, and what's that like to be able to spend time with your dad, work with him, at the race shop and throughout the weekends.
It's interesting. I mean, it's really cool to get to kind of work with your dad, and do everything like that. And it is really cool. I mean, there's nothing like it, I don't think. But he's been really good. I think the whole time I've been racing, my whole life, he's kind of always made sure that he's more to the side and doesn't get too involved because he is the dad. So I think he's really good at that. He lets me kind of do my thing and figure things out. And he's definitely been, really good in that role, just making sure I'm going in the right direction, but not being too, all over me, I guess.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that. Well, it's always good to know those boundaries too. Advice at times, but then when time's not to lay off, so it's good that he understands that balance. But well, not to cut you off too short here, Cole, but we really appreciate your time here today. And hey, want to congratulate you on that win this year. That was huge. And good luck this weekend, and look forward to seeing what happens for you for 2021.
Thank you. I appreciate it.